Well, we're here at the top of Main Street here in Sundance, talking to the creators of Pussy Riot, an amazing breakthrough film about kind of a new kind of a revolutionary. Tell us a little bit about the movie Pussy Riot.
Well, in January last year, three women performed a punk rock concert in the middle of Moscow in a cathedral and ended up facing 7-year prison sentence for their efforts. And our film follows the course of the trial and examines what got them into trouble in the first place and exactly who these people are.
It's the story of a foiled feminist revolution.
Of a what? Foiled?
Feminist revolution.
But did you say foiled?
Yeah.
But it wasn't foiled.
I think it was, yeah, it was proven. It was stopped mostly by the Orthodox Church and the Russian government.
But didn't, in a way, that also set off even more reaction, and then won't your documentary in some ways mean that the story continues?
Fair enough. Yeah, no, the story absolutely continues, and I think that the impact will be long-lasting and will percolate in the years to come, hopefully.
And their original idea was that many different people would take on Pussy Riot wearing similar kind of masks. Has that happened?
It happened for some time, yeah. It's hard to say whether... Yeah, it happened for some time, especially during the trial when there was a lot of attention to it, international attention.
It was a very interesting interview you had with, I guess, where Putin was talking, and people hate to even say the word pussy, and I think that was part of their objective, that they forced all the news commentators and even the president of Russia to have to use the word.
Yeah, I think it's completely redefined its use and its meaning now, I think. Yeah.
And if you look at the headline coverage for a long time, newspapers here were uncomfortable using the words Pussy Riot in their headlines. So for a long time it was the Russian punk band, but then they came around eventually, so I think they did reappropriate the word significantly.
So what do you see about the idea of kind of performance revolution versus serious revolutionaries?
Well, it is serious revolution. It's just using art instead of, I don't know, Molotov cocktails, I suppose. It's more effective in the long run. Change people's consciousness, and if you're trying to change people's minds, it's not a war. Revolution is not a war. It's an ideological turning point.
Transformation of consciousness.
Exactly. So art's the best possible thing to use in that circumstance.
That's a very interesting comment, because Gene Sharp, who's written kind of the master textbooks on nonviolence, says that the American Revolution was actually occurred before the fighting. The fighting was an afterthought. The revolution happened in the minds of people with the Tea Party and with the colonies breaking away and establishing their own government. It was only the war was kind of an after effect by the hotheads.
Yeah, and look at the various recent revolutions you've had. You know, on the whole, they've been largely non-violent. The fall of the Soviet Union, in particular, and then you have the other changes in Eastern Europe, which happened, Czechoslovakia, etc., happened without any fighting. I mean, that's very often the case, as you say. I mean, it's not always true. And look at Egypt, etc., where there has been a lot of violence. But even so, our music has played an incredibly important role in the Arab Spring. I mean, in communicating ideas and rallying people to their cause. So art's always at the centre of revolution. It was the Russian Revolution, and it is now. So.
Yeah, I think in our own country, the huge transformation we've seen in the civil rights struggle happened largely because it stayed nonviolent, and then I think music. I mean, all the young people began to relish the black music and performance and TV shows. I think played as much to do or more than any kind of force.
Yeah, I agree. That's right. Yeah.
So where do you see going from here? What's your next step?
The film was bought by HBO, and we'll probably play some festivals and maybe edit the film a little bit more and go on. We'll see.
Great. Well, that's fantastic that HBO's bought your film, and so now millions of people will be able to see it. And so we hope everybody comes out and sees an unusual movie.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.